Hi guys, DIY with Elle here, and I can't wait to share this DIY project with you. It's a firm favorite of mine. I actually created it a couple of years back. I used a window shutter in the most unconventional way and created a DIY coffee table. What I want to show you is how to use these beautiful window shutters, not for windows, but for DIY furniture. This window shutter is from Swartland Windows and Doors, and what I want to show you is how you can adapt this idea of mine and even make sideboard tables. The adaptation comes in with the length of the legs. Here I'm using beautiful pine timber from Cole Timbers, and basically if you make the legs short, say around 400 millimeters, it's a coffee table. If you make the legs longer, it's a sideboard table. So this beautiful DIY project with just a few materials and tools, you can make different parts of furniture for your house, all DIY style. I'm using the tools over here. I'm using a power drill and my trusted Craig jig, which is always such a handy tool to have, guys, especially even if you're an advanced DIYer or a woodworker or a beginner DIYer, you can make your very own DIY furniture. Also, what you need is a few pieces of other wood, different thicknesses. It depends on your style. I'll show you a couple of different ones. These are going to act as the skirting, and this is what we're going to use to make the frame of the table. There's always a frame and then there's a tabletop. So I'm going to use these pieces of wood to do the frame. They can also be thicker if you want. They don't have to be too thick like the legs. So let's get started and I'll show you what to do. I like to first start cutting the height of the 4 legs for my sideboard table. Okay, so all the legs are cut. They are the same length. I decided to go with a length of 75 centimeters or 750 millimeters. So these are the 4 legs. Guys, remember to keep your offcuts, okay? Don't throw them away. They can always come in use for another project. And I have a great idea for this offcut. I continued to cut it in half, and then I went and made a photo block, which is such a great DIY idea for a gift. I've now placed the legs into the exact position. This helps me to determine the exact measurement of the side skirtings that I need to build the frame. And the cuts are finished. I have the 2 length and the 2 width pieces of wood. And they fit just perfectly into the frame of the sideboard table. Next, I'm grabbing my Craig jig and adding pocket holes to the sides of the skirtings. I add 2 pocket holes for extra strength and make sure that the pocket holes are facing the same side. Okay, so I finished the pocket holes, great, on the side skirtings over here, the width skirtings as well as the length skirtings. And as you can see, this little guy, I'm going to drill it into the leg and drill it into the leg, and the same with these longer pieces over here. But what I also need to do is I'm just going to make 2 pocket holes going down, facing down. Why? Because the window shutter is the base of the table, it's the tabletop. So what I want to do is connect the frame to the top. So I'm going to carry on with my Craig jig over here and make pocket holes facing down, making sure they're all facing the same way. My pocket holes are all done, and now I'm ready to use the pocket screws and join everything together. The frame is secure, and now I can join it to the window shutter. And that's how you DIY a window shutter sideboard table. I'm just busy finishing off with a stain that matches the stain that I already applied on the window shutter, and then I'm going to place it in its space. It looks so great. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. You can opt for a glass inlay or not, and you can make it short for a coffee table or longer for a sideboard table. I hope you enjoyed this DIY idea, and remember to keep smiling and DIYing.